everyone. Thank you all for coming out today. I'd like to welcome you to our Winter HFA Speaks event. My name is Maya Johnson. I am a student in the College of Creative Studies as well as a professional writer minor here on campus, and I will be your moderator for this evening. So, our Winter HFA Speaks event, Beyond Tokenism, is brought to you today by our Humanities and Fine Arts student intern team. HFA Speaks is a quarterly event that we hold within the division to highlight UCSB faculty, and we are very privileged today to hold this event in honor of Black History Month. I would now like to introduce you to our panel of faculty. First, Dr. Daina Berry. Dr. Berry has served as the Dean of Humanities and Fine Arts at our institution since 2022. She is a esteemed scholar in the histories of enslaved people and Black women, as well as a celebrated author. She's been featured on a number of films and television shows, most recently the Hulu miniseries, The 1619 Project, where she spoke on the reproductive rights and lives of enslaved women. Thank you for being here with us, Dean Daina Berry. And I would like to welcome Wendy Jackson. She is a lecturer of film, screenwriting, and creative writing here at UCSB. She is a executive producer, and founder of her own film company, Auburn Avenue Films, and has spent 30 years in the industries of film and television. She's collaborated with companies such as Sony and Turner Broadcasting, and as a producer, uses her creativity and business acumen to champion diverse and underrepresented storytellers. Thank you for being here with us, Professor Jackson. Now, to start off our discussion, we titled this event Beyond Tokenism, with the idea of being a Black academic at a predominantly white institution in mind. So my question for you two is, what does tokenism mean to you? Is it a term that you feel is applicable to your life and to your situation? And do you believe that it's something that academia has begun to move past?
Wow. So tokenism to me has two different meanings. It's about being singled out. It's about being a solo person in a space, or being in a space where there are not many people that look like you that are represented. It's also being highlighted like in a spotlight setting as well. So that isolation also adds to having a spotlight or a magnifying glass on you. I know a lot about tokenism. I am the only Black female dean here. I think I'm the first Black female dean here, but I am often in settings where I'm the only one in those two dual roles that I play. I also knew that in graduate school I was the only Black student in my PhD program. So there's a number of settings where I'm the only one, and I think for me tokenism is also about the ways in which people think representation should look like. And if they have, the demographics, one of this, one of that, one of this, that we've settled things. But to me, that is absolutely what tokenism is.
Everything she said. So, but I need to say the lens that I'm coming from is different. I am born in a little city called Dothan, Alabama. Stayed there for 9 days of my life, but I was raised in Atlanta, Georgia. I was born in 1970. Atlanta still today is considered one of the most progressive Black-run cities in the United States, and it's been that way since 1973. So my existence is I did not know that I could be a token. I had a Black mayor, all the city council people, the anchor people on ABC, NBC, CBS, they look like me. It wasn't until undergrad when I went to UC Berkeley that, and as an English major at UC Berkeley, that I knew, wow, this is different. I've only read about this kind of thing. But when I moved back to California in 2019, I understood what tokenism means. It means that you're allowed in the building to lease the space, but never own it. It means that people don't want to say your name, right? So does tokenism exist in academia? I can make a lot of films about it.
Moving on ever so slightly, because we are holding this event in honor of Black History Month. One question that was brought up is the idea of Black History Month and how it exists today. in a lot of ways you can see that Black History Month is something that's become co-opted by corporations, by non-Black voices, in the sense that people want to sort of promote awokeness in order to gain Black approval. However, it's still a space where we can find each other, hear our voices. Do you still value the platform and the space that Black History Month gives to our community? Or are you more on the side of seeing that maybe we've sort of strayed from what the purpose of this month is?
So as a historian, I want to push back a little bit about the corporate piece, because I have been fortunate over the last few years to do a number of corporate talks. They have these Black employee networks and a number of Fortune 500 companies. And some of this was a response to George Floyd. And so they came out and they wanted to understand race relations. They wanted to understand why there were such tensions in our communities. This was, the protests that we saw in 2020, the world protest, that was the largest protest that we've seen in history, larger than the Civil Rights Movement. So Black History Month was first founded by Carter G. Woodson. It was called Negro History Week. And there's a really great, if you understand the origins of it, it was to celebrate Black History Month, to celebrate some of the accomplishments after the Civil Rights Movement and to show the contributions of African Americans to our society. And I'll give you one example. In the Bay Area up north, they used to have, they would dress in downtown Oakland, store window fronts, and they'd have a poster board of local people that were local heroes, and they would celebrate different people within their community. And so it started off with just recognizing people, seeing them, saying their name, understanding that they're here and a part of this community and the contributions to the community. Now, it's definitely grown. For me, Black History is every month, because I do Black history, and I was raised in a small community where, I was raised, I'm dating myself here, but before the Martin Luther King holiday was celebrated. So my parents would have us stay home from school on those days to honor Martin Luther King's legacy, but I grew up fighting for the holiday. So I have a very strong historical background from my family. So Black history has always been a part of my family life, but then I felt like I wanted to become a professor and teach African American history. I think we've gone a long way, and I'm happy that it's still celebrated. I'll take the 28 days. If that's all we get, I'll take it. But I do think it's important, and I do see corporations really trying to learn more and be more inclusive and collective, and I think that's a good thing.
We've always celebrated Black History Month at my house as well. There's so much. You start off with January with Martin Luther King's celebration, and to the Dean's point, we stayed home and we recognized it. And as a storyteller, I'm always looking to find different ways to celebrate, not just the dream, not just Malcolm X, not just Angela Davis, not just Dean Barry, but it's been co-opted. It's an adjustment to me to see how this community celebrates MLK holiday. It's different. I'm from Atlanta, where Martin Luther King is from. We celebrate it very differently. But the fact that it's recognized, I think there's more that it can be, for Black History Month, can be explored. I think there's so many stories that so many people, and even the people that look like me, that people don't know. Bringing it forward to 2024, there are words that our parents fought for, now they're the bad words. Why do we need the word diversity? Why do we need inclusion? Why do we need equity? Aren't we all the same? No. So when I think about what Black history, I'll take the 28, this year we have 29, I'll take those days. But I need for you all to know, because your generation hopefully will take care of our generation, that there are a lot of stories that need to be told, and it should not be limited and celebrated to 28 to 29 days.
Thank you so much for both of you bringing up the histories of this holiday, and specifically talked at both of you in different ways about the idea of first, of Martin Luther King, these little touchstones that we all collectively sort of know, but the depths of history that we don't fully understand, those are the things that we have to bring to other people, or that you guys have to bring to other people as Black educators.